The season is just about to start. We are on the eve. Portsmouth is coming up. Carabao Cup, and then the season starts and we start the league campaign straight away. So what we're going to do, we're not going to do our predictions just yet. We're going to do them next week, but we're going to do a bit of a preview because it is still in a bit of a mess here, boys. No signings as of yet. As this day is being recorded, there is still no one through the door. We've sold a load of players. What the fuck's going to happen?
People call me negative because I'm worried that, with the team that we've got, and I do think obviously we're going to get signings in, but with the team we've got, I think this team will struggle. We see pre-season. Yes, pre-season's for fitness, but you can still see the holes in the team and what we lack in pre-season.
Should we have a little bit of a pre-season look over then to see what we've had a look at?
What we learn.
So we've been to Southend.
Yep.
Stevenage. Magdeburg, Rangers. That's our 4 pre-season games. Was there another one? There was a behind closed doors one.
It's Colchester.
So we can't really talk about that one. We did win that one, but let's talk about the pre-season as a whole. How have you found the pre-season?
Painful to watch.
I think it's very much what a pre-season is. It's been more prioritised getting minutes in legs and that than performances.
Do you know what you get with though? What we missed with pre-season, you get excited about pre-season, you get to see some of the new signings.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just to have a look at them. And obviously we've had no one new to look at. Obviously we've got to see some of the youngsters. That's been the highlight of my pre-season. I said this on Lawless Live about Fearon. I don't get what's going on with that kid because we see him one pre-season game under Potter, right? Mm-hmm. And he looked really good.
Yep.
Never see him again. We see him on one pre-season game under Nuno. Never see him, and he looked good. Never see him again. So I don't have faith, and we've sold 2 young players from what we saw in pre-season. I don't really have faith that these youngsters that we got to see and we got excited about, like Ajala and Gullen Beckett, that we're actually going to get to see him much in the season.
But this is the worry, and this is worrying when you go into every season with youngsters, unless you're a cut above everybody else,
which we should be this season, but we're not.
Yeah, you're not really going to get the opportunities, and that's what worries me because you go back to last pre-season, like you said, you see these players come in and they perform, and then you don't see them again. It doesn't make any sense to be using these players in pre-season. I know pre-season is more about fitness, performance. The performances are the last bit. It's all fitness and that type of thing. But if you're looking to use these youngsters and see if these got, like you said, when they perform well, you then got to try and embrace that and bring that through a bit more into the latter stage of pre-season to see if they go, oh, hold on a minute, we could have a bit of an ace in the hole and give this guy a chance.
It's a bit strange. I mean, the thing that's worried me most about pre-season, when you look at the games, draw against Southend, draw against Rangers, draw against Magdeburg. So we've won 1 game out of pre-season. We've not impressed in any of them. Stevenage was okay.
Yeah,
it was okay, but that was a poor Stevenage side. But the others, it's the way we're playing. And there doesn't seem to be any sort of correlation between what we're trying to do and what we're seeing on the pitch. We're really struggling. And when you think about, is this the Potts news is confirmed now?
I think it is. Yeah, it is. He's done a statement.
So the Potts news is confirmed. So we know Potts is going. He was a Championship Player of the Season for 2 seasons.
Yep.
I think that was actually a myth. I don't think he was. But
he was up there.
He wasn't Portsmouth's Player of the Season, but he was one of their best players.
Yeah.
And he's experienced in the Championship, very good in the Championship.
And we've sold him.
And that's all well and good if you've got someone else lined up, but there's no one else lined up.
But this is also the problem is that with Nuno's worked with Potts since last September. And they're falling out.
It's
got to be somewhere along the line somewhere because look, I'm not saying
maybe it was the red cards.
Well, it seems to have gone since the red card. It's not just the red card. You've got to think a little while after that, his old man dropped off the bench.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe
it's something to do with that.
Back in the scene now.
But the thing is as well though. Look, I'm not saying Potts was going to be the answer. Because at the end of the day, he is an okay player. He's not a world beater, but the experience that he's had playing in the Championship would be a big thing to bring in for this season. And
I think Nuno really done him over by playing him with Magassa.
Yeah.
And not having someone else in there with a bit more quality and experience to balance it out.
Well, we haven't seen Magassa, have we?
No.
really, this pre-season. We see him in the training pictures the other day. Maybe he's looking at him and he's thinking maybe he's the answer. Is that his level? I don't know.
Or is Kante the answer? And that's now.
Kante is definitely the answer.
But this is the thing.
He has impressed. He's been shaky in some games, but he's impressed me.
But when you're looking at that, obviously we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But if you're looking at it from a perspective that we can see that Nuno and Ward-Prowse seem to have buried the hatchet. Ward-Prowse is getting game time.
Do you think that? Do you know what? Someone had a very big good theory about that the other day.
Go on.
I think Bowen might have had something to do with that when he signed his new contract, because obviously he was his vice captain, wasn't he?
Possibly.
Yeah, but I feel like you can't force a manager to play someone.
No, but I think it's forcing a manager to play someone, and then it's forcing a manager who's just leaving the geezer out for the sake of leaving him out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Nuno probably realises that he's probably a good player to have in the Championship.
He is. This is the thing, because there's a lot of attributes that he can bring to the experience. This is the thing. And again, if the manager fell out with him at Forest, to then continue that as soon as you come into your new football club without literally sitting down with the geezer trying to sort it out, says a lot about the manager more than the player.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what it was about, but you're right. Yeah, it's tough. But the problem is you talk about the attributes he brings. I'm worried that it seems to be, and we're hearing that Nuno sees him as an option on the wing. And I mean, because we haven't got an experienced player.
Second to none.
Yeah, but he's not going to get up there quick enough.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, he got beaten a race by Raya, don't forget.
Yeah,
because he's not a winger, and this is the thing. And then if you're again, my reservations of this manager is you're going into a season and you're looking at playing James Ward-Prowse on the wing.
Yeah,
you ain't giving me no hope.
But it's not only just about him playing on the wing, Scott. We've got nothing in the middle. Do you know what I mean?
We've got no legs. Kante's the only player that seems to have any legs.
But we should not be playing James Ward-Prowse
before we sign Fernandes.
Yeah. James Ward-Prowse has to be behind Ajala on the wing, right? Even though he's young and inexperienced, he's a left winger.
Yep.
He's played on the left. He's looking good. He's got the attributes of a left winger, and I think Ward-Prowse needs to be playing in that that midfield role. Yep. I don't know about there was talk about maybe him in the number 10 in the 10 role and.
What you've got to look at is when we first signed Prowse, when he was playing well under Moyes, the position he was playing in was great. His form dipped when Moyes started moving him around.
Yeah, he moved him more into defensive midfield and played him really deep, and that's the balance that you've got to strike.
If you remember at the start of that season, I know we're looking 2 seasons ago, but he was the top English player
he was,
with assists.
Yeah, he was.
And this is the thing. And then Moyes tinkered, and it's been downhill ever since. But
I just struggle to see in this season where the goals are going to come from, because I know we've got Bowen, but you can't just have one player because they're just. I
think Tatty's going to score goals. Tatty will score goals,
mate.
And then we talked about Parrott coming in. He will score goals.
If we get him. But I don't fully trust Tatty. I think in theory he can score goals. I don't think he's going to score the number of goals that we need him to score. I don't think he's clinical enough.
No, but he should get double figures.
Do you know what? Do you know the problem is? For Tatty to do that, we need to address the creativity problem. We need a creator. We've got no creativity in the team.
Not only that, Dan. Again, you look at Tatty and the way his work rate and the effort levels that he puts in, and the shutting down defenders, shutting down goalkeepers, pressing high. If you've not got a midfield to then back that press, you're then getting this massive gap between your striker and your midfield.
That's the problem. You can have
the most creative player on the planet playing in your midfield, but if the gap between him and the other players, because you can't ping a ball to Tatty all by yourself all the time. You need to get out of the pitch. And what was a big problem in us last season? Lack of pace, lack of creativity, sat too deep.
Well, what do you think about this? This came out, I think, today, about Nuno potentially looking to play Pablo in the 10. And I said this on all the time, is with Pablo in the 10, right, is he works hard and he presses. The problem with Tatty, because I see a lot of people was going, oh, maybe if we play him in the midfield, it'll be like Joe Linton. And it's like, the difference is, like, with Pablo, he's just not good with the ball to his feet.
But nor was Joe Linton.
Yeah.
No, Joe Linton was exactly the same.
I don't know if I don't think he was as bad. He just wasn't. He wasn't scoring goals. He wasn't as hopeless up front. He just couldn't score goals. And I think if you want to take Pablo, he's better as a defensive midfielder because he can press, he can tackle, and make a simple pass. But you ask him to dribble, he can't do it.
But you're then putting square pegs in round holes again.
Yeah, but I think him as a striker is a fucking square peg in a round hole.
Listen, when we signed him, there was big hype about the fact that he scored 13 goals for Sporting Lisbon in the Portuguese league. And as we've said many a time, there's a massive different standards in leagues. Pablo should score goals in the Championship. But again, is he really good enough? Yeah. Is there better players out there? Probably.
Apparently, he scored a goal in one of the behind the Colchester. Yeah, apparently.
But so did Fulcrook.
If no West Ham fans are there to see it, does it really exist?
Did it happen? It's a tree fall in the forest. Yeah.
Maybe they just went like that. Who scored that one? I don't know.
Because as soon as the cameras are on, right, every other pre-season game, he just looks like Pablo. We all know the Pablo. So yeah, I don't want to be.
I'd love to see this celebration. I bet he went crazy, didn't you?
Now finally, like, I don't subscribe to this. Is what I don't know if Nicky even believes it anymore, right? The idea that he'll score a goal and he'll be a good footballer. I get.
No, I don't think I do.
It's that confidence. Strikers thrive on confidence, and that's the thing. And sometimes getting that monkey off your back of that first goal. With him, takes the pressure off.
But it's not like he's been in situations, right? And you think, if he just he'd be such a good player if he could just finish. Yeah. Like, I don't see him as that. I see him as just an all-round, not very good player.
He's not great. Let's be honest.
Listen,
he works his arse off.
He works his arse off.
Look, you can only respect that.
It is about confidence and it is about adapting and all that. You got to think they only come here in January. They only come here in January. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him because from what I've seen from him, he's been fucking shite.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but it is a big step. It was a big step to the Premier League. You're still having them confidence issues.
Yeah.
I still think that he's got a role to play here. What his role is, he could be making the fucking teas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That could be his role.
He's trying to push for a move. And it's,
I'm
just like,
happy days,
mate. But this is your level, mate.
Yeah, but this boils down.
It might be League One as his level.
This what boils down to. You want players at the football club that want to be here.
If
you don't want to be here, go.
When a player that shit, he's getting started every game. But this
is the thing. I think we've got too many players that don't want to be here that are still here. We've still got fucking Fulkrug. We've still got Cornet. We've still got Wan-Bissaka, who's a problem. We've got Tadibo. We've got Alvarez.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with all these? There's 5 of them. They've got to be on big money.
Yeah. But this is the thing, Alvarez for me. If he doesn't want to leave,
we've got to start utilising. He's got to play. Yeah, he's got to play.
Because he is the holding midfield problem, and he is a backup centre half.
Yeah.
Out of all of those players that you've named there, if he is happy to stay at this football club, we've got to keep him at the football club.
What have you made of Kilman this pre-season?
He's looked all right.
I thought he's looked all right.
Yeah. Again, I think what we were saying the other week, where
he was great against Managerial.
When we first signed Winston Reid, he had a torrid time in the Premier League, dropped to the Championship, he was brilliant.
Yeah.
Not saying Kilman's going to be brilliant, but maybe again, because of that drop in level, there's enough in Kilman to have him there.
I think maybe the focus coming off of him as well.
I think he's a confidence player. I don't look at him like Pab. I don't think he's just a terrible player. He's been terrible for us.
There's a decent defender in there.
Yeah, definitely.
The problem is the mistakes he made last season are the reason we went down.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Among many others, but if you don't make them horrific mistakes, the penalties and just bad defending all round.
But this is the thing, it's like when you're looking into it, like we're going into this season now, we're building up to the Pompey game, and you're looking at it, and you've got Tadibo, decent centre half, won't play for Nuno, so it's pointless. You've got Mavropanos, who's
things like that make me fucking sick. And you know what makes me sick about it? The PFA, Gary Neville fucking headed up for a long time, right? You can only fine him 2 weeks' wages. So every time he refuses to go to work, you still have to pay him half of his fucking money.
And that's the joke about it. Well, that's the joke about football in general with that sort of stuff.
To be honest with you, he's never been fucking right, that geezer. He's a fucking scumbag.
The annoying thing was he had a pretty decent season last season.
Yeah, he was. But the thing is, right, he had the fallout.
It's a psycho, though.
He had the fallout with Lopetegui, right? And look, and we all said you can't go around punching your manager, right? But we give him the benefit of the doubt in the end, right? And said, you know what, maybe they just clashed. Then he fell out with Potter. And we all hated Potter, so he was like, well, Potter is a shit manager. But now Nuno, even though like with Nuno, we had our problems with Nuno, especially me and Scott. You can't. Free managers. I'm sorry. Like you can't.
There's
You're the common denominator.
It's a thing. It's a bit different having a difference of opinion. No, the reason that they fell out was because of the Newcastle game. Where he played him on the wrong side of the defence.
I do understand.
As a player, getting brought off in that point at that point in time is quite embarrassing. You go there, you have it out with the manager, turn around and say, you should never have played me on that position. You know this is my position. I play on this side. He plays on that side. Why?
Yeah.
And then ask the manager to explain. If the manager then turns around and doesn't explain himself because I wanted it like that, then again,
I have
problem reverts back to the
I've
manager.
seen that with my fucking own eyes, though. I remember a fan coming up to Nuno, right, at Burton. He said to him, "Where's Bowen? Why ain't Bowen playing?"
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, "Oh, he's about to leave," what's he got to do with you? I mean, because I've fucking travelled here and I've spent all this money. Yeah. Why don't you put Bowen in the fucking thing? He went, "It's got nothing to do with you."
See, and
it's a bit different.
I think it's just a bit of a commentator.
That's worse than Big Sam.
But it's a bit different.
I like
with
Big
a fan.
Sam. Big Sam's a pal of mine.
Right? It's a bit different with a fan than it is to someone who's working for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But even still, it just shows you the character
of the manager.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this is one of my gripes.
Any normal person would just go, "Oh, he had a little bit of a knock," and then the question's done. Instead of fucking doing that, he just went, "What's he got to do with you?"
He didn't take the political approach.
Yeah. Because even Big Sam, when someone went to him like, "Why are you playing Cole and Cole?" and he didn't go, "What's it got to do with you?" He said, "What do you want me to play?" Right? What do you want me to do?
Who else do you think we've got?
Yeah.
This is going to be halfway through the season. Why does Pablo keep starting? I ain't got no one else.
What the fuck's he got to do with you?
Yeah. What the fuck do you think you are? Like, he comes across like such a nice, lovely man, Nuno. So that I can't even imagine.
Oh, he's like that. The geezer in Dumbo, in Pinocchio. Sorry. When he's like really nice, and then all of a sudden he gets all...
Yeah.
He's like, best to get out.
Yeah, that's Nuno.
But what worries me is that when you look at pre-season, the lack of signings coming through the door, we seem very, very disjointed in the team.
Have we got time to sort all this out, Scott? This is the question. Let's get down to the bones of it.
Not before Saturday.
The thing is,
this is the thing. I genuinely think Saturday is going to be a game where
we're going to see where we are.
We're going to see where we are and where Nuno's going to go,
fuck it.
We need players.
Yeah.
If you don't give me players, things ain't happening.
We did, and this is it.
And then we get Eddie Howe in.
Yeah, because with Saturday,
that's what I can see coming.
You can afford, as much as I think it's so important to win this game because it is the first home game and we want some positivity going into the season. It's not the end of the world.
I don't care.
So you can afford to lose that game.
I don't care about this game.
Excuses to lose it.
Yeah, Burnley. We have to get it sorted for Burnley because to me that's a 6-pointer because I see them as one of our rivals for the so.
Mate, I'll tell you what. You name the championship, right? And I've been one of them. Maybe I'm a bit overconfident with the championship. I still think we're going to go up, right? We had a discussion earlier about my missus told me where she thinks we're going to finish. It ain't in the automatic promotion fucking place.
No, we're not.
Get her on.
Yeah, should get her on. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you've got Middlesbrough. Yep. You've got Wolves, right? You've got Millwall,
Burnley,
Wrexham,
Southampton,
fucking brilliant. Southampton. That's 6. There's only 8 places,
and there's always those teams as well that are a surprise package. Yep. Middlesbrough, obviously,
like Hull last season.
Hull,
what was the odds on Hull coming up?
The thing is, these teams.
I forgot they went up.
Yeah,
a lot of these teams have been in that championship and been fighting for promotion season after season. Yeah, so they know that league. They're just building on what they've done the season before, a lot of them, and they're ready to go again. For us, we're having to start fresh, rebuild.
Yeah.
See, but this is the thing. This is what I said at the end of last season, and I changed my mind, and now I've reverted back. That when I said the end of last season, when we got relegated, we're behind 8 teams. Right. Then I thought with everything getting sorted out, with Sullivan going and what we've,
I don't think we're behind 8 teams. I don't think we're behind 8 teams by keeping the players.
No, that's what he felt.
No, but that's how I felt.
Okay, sorry.
But now I've gone back to I think we are behind certain teams. Teams are in a much better position than us because of the depth that they've got of player. And like you said, they're more hardened to the championship. We've probably got on paper some of the best quality player, but they're not hardened to the championship.
And that is the thing. I think keeping Premier League players that we've kept, and we look like we're definitely keeping Bowen. We know that. We're definitely keeping Souček when he comes back. Looking like for Mavropanos, maybe Alvarez is a possibility. So these players and Carl Walker-Peters, that's huge.
Yeah.
But the gap for me, the holes in the squad are too big for me to be confident. You know, that will score enough goals.
The midfield is shot.
Yeah, it's shot.
We need a creative midfielder. We need a left winger.
We
probably need another defender. We
need another striker.
And we're looking like we're going to get him.
So yeah, like that's the big thing for me. If we solve them, we can be monsters.
We can be. These issues can be solved next week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like as we sit here today, I know we're coming up to Portsmouth. Listen, I don't class this as the start of the season. The start of the season for me is the fucking championship fixture. Right?
Yeah.
So, but we, in all intents and purposes, it is the start.
We
of the
can't
It's good
afford
to have a
to be
game.
turned over and lose like 3-0 or whatever.
No.
You start the season like that after the way we ended the season, and you go in with the negativity.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
We need that positive spirit, especially for the players, for the fans.
Let's have a prediction.
We need to be looking to go into the start of the season, and we need to.
We need
After
to,
five or
we need
six
to
games.
fucking show who the fucking boss is.
We need
slapping
three
people about, getting
wins
their
on the
asses and
board.
fucking cracking them. You know what I mean?
But we need 3 wins on the board within the first 6 games.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
And they're tough.
Yeah,
Of course.
We've got Watford. They're no mugs.
Nope.
You know what I mean? We've got Burnley. They're no fucking mugs.
Yeah.
We've got who else? We've got here Charlton, London Derby. You don't want to be fucking. They're going to be coming here thinking they fucking won the fucking. Have you seen the Valley?
Yeah.
Fucking shithole.
Yeah. But so the way I look at it, look, we've still got the month, right, to get the players in. So it's not like panic stations yet. But what I don't want to do is leave it so late we write off, the first few games
portion of the season.
But
and then we're behind.
I don't think we can afford to do that, and that is my issue.
No, that's what I'm saying.
We can't play catch up.
No, we need to start on the front foot, and I'm not filled with confidence that the manager.
Let's have a
can do it.
prediction then. Let's have a prediction for the Portsmouth game.
Joe, I think we scrape it. I think we go through.
2-1.
Yeah.
I'm saying 2-1.
I think we scrape it and go through. So, yeah, a 2-1 or a 1-0 win.
I'm saying 1-0 because I don't see just the goals in this team.
No.
So what about next week? Let's have a prediction for that. Now that one I
Probably
can't fucking.
do something.
But the thing is, we'll do something next week because there could still be signings.
Yeah,
there
it's going to
next
change.
week.
Like,
So
as
let's-
it stands, if we played now,
But
I think
let's have we played right today? Do we
if
win
we
that
played
Burnley
with
game?
the team that we've got, I think we lose.
I don't think we lose. I think we draw.
I think we lose.
I think you look at the games when we played them last season in the league.
They were shit, weren't they?
Yeah, we won here 3-2. But
the problem is, I don't know what they've been doing. All
Another
summer.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I ain't been keeping an eye. I know different manager as well. So, but
Yeah, and do you know what I just want to say this season? And I'm probably asking for a lot. I just want to see a bit more bollocks on Nuno. Like, I don't want to see Nuno scoring a goal, taking off attackers, sitting back on 1-0s, and just being. I know it's a lot to ask, but now we're in the Championship. We're the big team in the Championship. I've said this before. We're the Man City, right?
Joe, that decision Thomas Tuchel made for England that got us knocked out of the World Cup. Expect Nuno to be doing that week in, week out.
Yeah, we've seen Nuno do that week in, week out last season. But
that's what you're going to see.
Now we're not the underdogs.
Yeah, we're still going to see it.
We are still going to see it. But there we go. Thank you very much for joining us on this season preseason. Season preseason. That's what we should call it. The season preview. Go and check out OK Jerseys. They've got the new West Ham shirts. OK Jerseys right now. Home and away shirts. So go and check them out right now over there. Thanks for sponsoring the channel for the guys over there. We're going to be building up towards the Portsmouth game. I'm going to be there. Friday night pint, we're going to be giving away 10 of these jerseys. We've got 10 codes for you for OK Jerseys. So we're going to be giving away 10 of them right there. So don't go away. Stick around because the season's about to start. One thing left to say, lads.
Come on, you eyes. Did we do it right? Is that right? No, but the
You're still not doing it right. I'm doing it
It's
right.
right over left.
I don't fucking matter. That feels too uncomfortable.
That feels more comfortable.
That's
The
more
left over
comfortable,
right.
yeah.
But the problem is you did it like that last time. You did it.
We have to leave this bit in.
Right over left.
That's more comfortable.
Debate in the comments. Is it right over left or left? In reality, who gives a fuck? But some people do.
They do.